Have you ever wondered if the people who come into your life are there by chance, or if there's a deeper meaning behind every encounter? What if the relationships you're experiencing right now are part of a greater, cosmic design, one that is tied to your spiritual journey? This is the premise of a profound teaching from Buddhism, that everything, including the people who enter our lives, serves a purpose. We often view relationships as simple coincidences, people crossing our path, some staying for a short while, others for a lifetime. But according to Buddhist wisdom, no one enters your life by chance. Every interaction, every relationship, whether it feels positive or challenging, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and spiritual awakening. In this video, we will explore why relationships are not random occurrences, but rather karmic connections that have deeper significance. We'll uncover how each relationship shapes our spiritual journey, reveals hidden lessons, and helps us grow. By the end of this video, you may see your relationships in a completely new light. Lesson 1: The Cosmic Dance of Karmic Connections. Every person we meet is part of a cosmic dance, a web of connections woven together by past actions and present circumstances. The concept of karma plays a central role in understanding these relationships. Karma teaches that our past actions, both good and bad, shape our present experiences. This is especially true in our relationships. You might encounter someone who feels inexplicably familiar, as though you've known them for lifetimes. On the flip side, you may find yourself in a relationship that stirs up intense emotions, anger, frustration, or sadness, that seem disproportionate to the situation. These feelings often point to unresolved karmic imprints from past lives or past experiences. For instance, imagine a deep friendship that feels oddly familiar, almost as if it's destined. This might be a karmic bond, a connection forged from past lives, reflecting mutual lessons or unfinished business that both individuals are meant to work through. Similarly, a challenging relationship might act as a mirror, reflecting aspects of ourselves we need to confront, such as unresolved anger or fear. By recognizing the karmic nature of our relationships, we can approach them with curiosity and openness, rather than judgment. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can begin to ask, "What can I learn from this relationship?" Lesson 2: The Mirror of Relationships. One of the most profound teachings in Buddhism is that every person we meet serves as a mirror to our inner world. Our relationships hold up a mirror, reflecting our strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. Through these connections, we are shown parts of ourselves we might not otherwise see. Take a moment to think about a person who has had a significant impact on your life. Maybe it's a partner, a mentor, or even a challenging colleague. How has this person influenced your growth? For example, think of a time when you were in a relationship where you felt challenged by someone's behavior. Maybe they were difficult to communicate with or had habits that triggered your insecurities. Buddhism teaches that these situations are not coincidences but are opportunities to confront and heal unresolved issues within ourselves. These people come into our lives to help us grow spiritually, often by pushing us to face our limitations and break old patterns of behavior. In Buddhist practice, relationships are a path to self-discovery. By being mindful of the dynamics at play, we can gain deeper insight into ourselves. A kind and loving partner might teach us patience, compassion, and trust, while a difficult coworker might challenge us to practice forgiveness, tolerance, and letting go. Lesson 3: Transforming Pain into Wisdom. Not all relationships are easy. In fact, some can be deeply painful, yet these painful connections are often the most transformative. They push us to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and attachments. These difficult relationships may serve as spiritual catalysts, helping us grow in ways we never imagined possible. Consider the lotus flower, one of the most powerful symbols in Buddhism. It grows in muddy waters, but despite the murkiness of its environment, it blooms into a beautiful, pure flower. Similarly, our most challenging relationships are like the muddy waters from which our spiritual growth can emerge. Let me share a personal example. Imagine a relationship where constant misunderstandings and emotional pain seem to dominate. You may feel anger and resentment building up, but with Buddhist wisdom, we begin to see that this relationship is an opportunity to break free from negative cycles. Instead of holding on to grudges, we can choose to practice forgiveness and compassion, transforming the pain into wisdom. The lesson here is that by embracing difficult relationships with patience, courage, and compassion, we can rise above the conflict and transform it into an opportunity for personal growth. Lesson 4. The impermanence of relationships. Buddhism teaches the impermanence of all things. Nothing lasts forever, including relationships. Just as seasons change, so do our connections with others. People come into our lives for a reason, and some of them may stay for a lifetime, while others may only be part of our journey for a brief moment. The Buddha taught that clinging to relationships, believing that they will last forever, leads to suffering. When we let go of the desire for permanence, we are free to appreciate each relationship for what it is. We can cherish the time we have with each person without clinging to the idea that they must stay in our lives forever. A relationship that has run its course can be painful, but letting go is an act of liberation. It allows us to move forward, trusting that new connections will come into our lives when the time is right. Accepting the impermanence of relationships helps us approach them with gratitude rather than fear, and this mindset can deeply enhance our spiritual practice. Lesson 5. Practical guidance for navigating relationships. Buddhism offers us practical wisdom for navigating relationships in a mindful and compassionate way. Here are a few teachings that can help you transform your connections into opportunities for growth. 1. Loving kindness. Always wish others well regardless of how they treat you. This dissolves anger and resentment, replacing them with empathy and understanding. 2. Mindfulness. Be fully present in every interaction. Listen deeply, speak thoughtfully, and respond with intention, not reactivity. 3. Forgiveness. Let go of grudges. Forgiveness is not just for the other person. It is for your own freedom and peace of mind. 4. Self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, recognizing that relationships are challenging. You won't always handle them perfectly, and that's okay. These principles can help you foster deeper, more meaningful connections with others, and transform even the most difficult relationships into valuable lessons. In the end, relationships are not about what we can gain from others, but about what we can give. By bringing mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom into our interactions, we can create connections that uplift and inspire. Even the most challenging relationships hold deep value, teaching us lessons we might not otherwise learn. When we approach our relationships with gratitude, we begin to see the beauty in every connection, no matter how imperfect. As we grow in patience, understanding, and compassion, we not only become more present for others but also for ourselves. The wisdom of Buddhism teaches us that every relationship is an opportunity for growth. By recognizing the karmic nature of our connections, embracing the impermanence of life, and practicing loving kindness and forgiveness, we can navigate our relationships with mindfulness and grace, leaving a positive impact on the world around us.